Israel says it's recalling its diplomats from Turkey after President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan addressed a huge pro-Palestinian rally in Istanbul yesterday. During that, he accused Israel of war crimes and occupation. Earlier in the week, he praised Hamas and said it was wrong to call them terrorists. All of this just months after Israel and Turkey restored full diplomatic ties as part of a major rapprochement. With me in the studio, Dr. Eytan Cohen. Yanarocak is a Turkey expert at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security. Thanks for being with us, Doctor. So, I mean, Erdoğan went even further last night, didn't he? Aside from all the other things he said he basically threatened Israel. He said his forces could come in the night at any time. I mean, how do you explain such rhetoric from a supposed ally?
It's very problematic, first of all. It's not the first time that he is using this sentence. He, in the past, used the same sentence for other adversaries, such as the PKK, PYD, ISIS, etc. He also threatened Greece many times. So, unfortunately, it's not unprecedented. I heard his speech, and there he made an emphasis on terror organizations. But the problem here, I mean, he made this emphasis on terrorist organizations and then he mentioned this sentence. But the problem is, during the same speech, he described Israel as an organization, but not as a terror organization, but in a vague manner as an organization. So you could only dream if he mentioned about, I mean, this particular sentence was about Israel, or was it about the other terror organizations that Turkey is fighting against? So it's very vague. It's not clear. He may, say that, no, I didn't say such a thing against Israel, or anyways.
He kept it deliberately ambiguous.
Yes. So we cannot say that, yes, he said it against Israel, but many people interpreted that it was said against Israel, and this is also problematic because he did not deliver any correction, or he didn't say that, no, I didn't mean that against Israel. So this is also something very problematic.
And of course, he has been the one in charge while Israel and Turkey have been repairing their relations, which suffered back in 2010. He's the one that wanted to pursue a rapprochement. I mean, just explain for us, the Israeli and Turkish economies are pretty intertwined, aren't they? I think
Indeed.
Israel imports, I think it's $7 billion worth of goods from Turkey every year. I mean,
both countries are collaborating. There is a growing cooperation, and even if the fact that we are witnessing some ups and downs in the relations, this never affected the exports and imports. By the way, we should also underline the fact that the balance of exports and imports are in favor of Turkey, meaning that in case that the Turks will going to impose on Israel any kind of sanctions, it will be an own goal for the Turkish economy.
So Turkey would suffer more economically than would Israel?
Yes, and first and foremost, the Turkish Airlines.
Yes.
The Turkish Airlines Tel Aviv station is the strongest station outside of Turkey. Why? It's not only because the Israelis are flying to Turkey, but it's also because of the transit flights. Many Israelis preferred to fly with Turkish Airlines to other destinations in the world by using Istanbul as an important aviation hub. But in case of such an escalation, and we will not see the Israeli diplomats in Turkey, and the travel warning, which is declared by the Israeli government, it's now 4 out of 4, which means that no Israelis, the Israelis are advised not to go to Turkey. Mm-hmm. So in this such a thing, I do not think that Israelis would choose Turkish Airlines or any other airline via Turkey. And by the way, the Turks are not flying here. They stopped their flights. They are saying that it's because of security, and I cannot now, at least, I cannot blame them. But since other airline companies are flying to Israel, so this should be also, seen with a huge question mark.
Of course, Turkey is a member of NATO. Do you expect Erdoğan to face any blowback from the Americans and the Europeans?
Well, in NATO, there is no such a mechanism that you can kick out a member. When they designed NATO, they did not think about these kind of Trojan horses. So now we have two different ways. Or you should tame Turkey. You should come and persuade Turkey that its foreign policy is not acceptable, and you should calm down Ankara. Or you should basically form another security umbrella organization similar to NATO, and there you will not admit Turkey to be part of it. But it's very complicated. I really don't think that it will happen in the very near future. So I believe that the United States administration will most likely to focus on its arms transfers to Turkey, and may impose sanctions on it. Yeah, right. Definitely.
And just a word, if you would, on the Jewish communities who still live in Turkey.
Yeah. This is a very problematic issue. Today, the chief rabbi of Turkey visited Turkey's president Recep Tayyip Erdoğan at his palace in Ankara, because it is the Republic Day, the Independence Day of Turkey. So it was a huge celebration there. But I saw the short video that how President greeted the chief rabbi, and how chief rabbi tried to hug him, to tell him that he is very tense. So I really felt, I did not feel very comfortable seeing our chief rabbi in Turkey in such a situation.
I hope you don't mind me pointing out, you were born and raised in Turkey.
Yes,
but, I mean, did you experience anti-Semitism in Turkey? Is it widespread?
I left Turkey in 2006, and Turkey of 2006 and Turkey of 2023 is two different planets.
Right, in 2006 they were still trying to join the EU, weren't they?
I witnessed, very light anti-Semitisms that you would not maybe call it today anti-Semitism when you compare with the current situation. But my memories in Turkey, they were all positive, and I really liked the country that I grew up. And now I'm looking at the country that I grew up, and I cannot believe in my eyes that how anti-Semitism rose, and how anti-Israel sentiments unfortunately dominated not only the Islamists, but also the secular people. Unfortunately, I see these anti-Israel sentiments also among them.
All right. Well, Dr. Cohen, Yanarocak, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
To talk to you. We're going to take a